Excuse me. Good evening. At this time, I would like to call the Yukon City Council meeting for May the 17th, 2016 to order at this time. If you would stand for the invocation by Pastor Mark Borseth of the Resurrection Lutheran Church and remain standing for the flag salute, please.
And before the prayer, I just want to wish everyone a happy Norwegian Constitution Day today. Okay. God, we thank you for the city. We thank you for the community, the people, the resources that you've blessed us with. And thank you for these resources in front of me, our city council, our mayor. Just bless them today, our city manager, our city staff, especially as they go through some challenging days. Just pray for refreshing, pray for wisdom, pray for grace. We ask you to watch over our schools as they finish. And we pray blessings upon our graduates as they move on to the next stage. Watch over all of our city staff and continue to bless this city in the name of the one that created us. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please.
Alberts.
Here.
McCarran.
Here.
Russell. Smystrela.
Here.
Yonda.
Here.
At this time, we are to conduct a public hearing to receive input from the public regarding the upcoming 2016-17 City of Yukon budget. So are there any persons that are here that would like to address the council about the budget? Any persons that would like to address the council about the budget? Ideas? Okay. Mr. Crosby, is this the only time that this will appear on the agenda?
Yes.
Okay. So if people are not here this evening, but they still have issue that they would like to share with the council, feel free to contact any of us. Also, feel free to contact Mr. Crosby and discuss any issue that you would have with the budget. That budget, we will have that for the vote on the first meeting in June. Is that right, Mr. Crosby?
At the present time, that is our plan. If we finish work with the council, if not, it'll be on the third meeting in June.
Okay.
Be the third week in June.
All right,
Okay.
so in the third week. So over the course of the next 30 days or so, we will work on the budget. We would like or appreciate any input from anyone in the public that has information. Tonight's the public hearing. We don't have anyone that's here to discuss any issue with us tonight, but that certainly doesn't mean that we're not open to input and receiving information. So that is available. All of our contact information is in the Yukon Review. Our contact information is available on the website. Mr. Crosby, the staff's information is available. We certainly would like anybody that has any kind of information that they want to share, encourage, provide, to do that and reach out to us and provide that information, please. We'll need that information. We have a couple of budget meetings that are scheduled next week that are on Tuesday and Wednesday. We anticipate that the Tuesday meeting will more than likely be moved, but the Wednesday meeting, I believe it will occur.
Yes.
Okay. The Tuesday meeting will be continued, but the Wednesday meeting will be open to the public. If anyone would like to come at that time and listen to what's going on about the budget or provide information at that time, that is time that's available. The other meeting, the date that will be rescheduled will be published, will be available on the website. And any place else?
I'm sure it'll be in the paper, sir.
Okay, in the paper. So anything that anyone wants to share with us about the budget, the financial woes, if they have information and want to give that to us, now is the time to make sure that you share that with your representative, your city manager, email us, call us, etc. The next item on the agenda is the presentations and proclamations. Are there any this evening, sir?
We have none tonight.
Thank you. The next is the visitors. This is an opportunity for someone to address the council about a non-agenda item. Anyone turn in?
Have not received any papers from you.
Again, this is something that I encourage and all the other council members encourage. If there's someone that would like to address the council about a matter that is not on the agenda, anything that is going on in the community, a need that we need to address, etc., This opportunity for you to come. It happens every council meeting. At the beginning of the council meeting, at that time, there's a form in the back that you can fill out and bring it forward and give it to the clerk, and he will put you on the agenda that evening. And even if you don't have one of those and you show up and want to address the council, I'm going to give you that opportunity. So if anyone is here and has a agenda item or in the future, please make sure that you come forward and share that with us. So we'll proceed then. At this time, we'll recess as the Yukon City Council and reconvene as the Yukon Municipal Authority. The first item is 1A, and that's the YMA consent docket. This item is placed on the agenda so the Yukon Municipal Authority by unanimous consent can designate those routine items they wish to be approved by one motion. If an item does not, meet with the approval of all authority members, that item will be heard in regular order. The city manager recommends a motion to approve A, the minutes of the regular meeting of May the 3rd, 2016. Do I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
McCarron.
Yes.
Yonda.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Smystrela.
Yes.
At this time, we will recess as YMA and reconvene as the Yukon City Council. The first item is the consent docket. That item is placed on the agenda so the Yukon City Council, by unanimous consent, can designate those routine items they wish to be approved by one motion. If an item does not meet with the approval of all council members, that item will be heard in regular order. The city manager recommends a motion that will approve A, the minutes of the regular meeting of May the 3rd, 2016, B, the payment of material claims in the amount of $523,828.52. C, designating the items on the attached list from the Technology Department as surplus and authorizing their sale, donation, or trade. D, the renewal of the existing radio systems license agreement with the City of Oklahoma City upon execution of all parties, July 1st, 2016 through June the 30th, 2017. And E, setting the date of the next regular council meeting for June the 7th, 2016 at 7 p.m. in the council chambers of the Centennial Building at 12 South 5th Street in Yukon, Oklahoma. Do I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Smystrela.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Yonda.
Yes.
The next item is 2, and that's the reports of boards, commissions, or city officials. Mr. Manager, any reports this evening?
No report, sir.
Thank you. Item 3 is consider approving the collective bargaining agreement between the City of Yukon and the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge Number 173 for the fiscal years 2016, 17, and 2017 through 2019. Do I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Discussion? I would like to commend Mr. Crosby, the city manager, and then just the police department for working hard to get this budget together, deal with the issues at hand, and then looking to the future. And at least the matter that's pending right now, this is a budget for next year through 2019, so it's a 3-year agreement. Is that right?
3-year agreement, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for your hard work. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Alberts.
Yes.
Smystrela.
Yes.
Yonda.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Number 4 is consider approving resolution number 2016, -02, a resolution of the City of Yukon nominating Tammy Despain as a candidate to fill an open position on the Board of Trustees of the Oklahoma Municipal Retirement Fund, representing District 6 for a 5-year term beginning October the 1st, 2016 through October the 1st, 2021. Do I have a motion, please?
So
Motion.
move. Go ahead.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Yonda.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Smystrela.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes. Number 5 is consider approving an application for a final plat for Legacy Lakes, a tract of land located in part of the northeast quarter of the Section 28, Township 12 North, Range 5 West of the Indian Meridian, Canadian County, Oklahoma, as recommended by the Planning Commission. Do I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Smystrela.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Yonda.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes. The next item is 6, and that's consider approving the bid from Hans Pyrotechnics I cannot forget my glasses again, to perform 2 fireworks shows on July the 3rd and 4th for a total of $21,000 as recommended by the city manager. Do I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
McCarron.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Yonda.
Yes.
Smystrela.
Yes.
Item 7 is consider approving an interlocal agreement with the Oklahoma Public Employees Health and Welfare Plan for the purpose of providing health insurance to employees of the city of Yukon for a 12-month period. Do I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah, is this the same group we had last year? We're not changing anything.
No, sir, not at all. This is a new firm that has been recommended to us. This allows us to have a savings of approximately $600,000 in our budget. This company works with cities, counties, and schools on their insurance, and our people, our HR people have worked with them and talked to them, and they've given us several presentations, and we feel that this is a better insurance than what we had and is considerably cheaper by joining them.
So you think the overall effect is still that it's going to be an equivalent insurance
Equivalent insurance, and
or better?
we think it'll be a better for us, and is a substantial savings to us.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Yonda.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Smystrela.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Any new business?
None tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Council discussion. Mr. McCarron.
I just want to say my blessings to all of the graduates that are just graduating and moving on and heading out into the workplace. It's not a great year to be doing it, but at least they'll, move right along. This time of year is always kind of special because I like to see the change of the times, and certainly graduation class this year looks like it's going to be a pretty big event and good folks. So anyway, my blessings go to them. Mayor?
Councilwoman Semisterla.
I don't have anything this evening. Thank you.
Councilwoman Yonda.
Well, I'd just like to commend our city manager and all the employees who have worked so hard on the budget, and just appreciate all their efforts and the hard work that they put into it. Thank you.
All right, I have, first of all, I'd like, Mr. Crosby, could you give us an update on the status of the audit, please?
Yes, sir. The auditors have finished as far as going through all of the books and records of the city. Mr. Crawford has asked the firm one more time, their previous auditors, to present some records to him to go over in a sense of cooperation. Their attorney said they would be willing to do so, but as yet, to my knowledge, this has not occurred. In the meantime, we've hired another firm with Mr. Lonnie Heim, who's previously been an auditor here, and he can request these records, and they cannot refuse to give them to him. So we have asked him to go ahead and ask for those records, and then we hope that that can be resolved, and Mr. Crawford feels that he can have a report back to us by our next meeting.
So the first meeting in June?
First meeting in June, sir.
Okay. Do we have a plan if they are not forthcoming with the records to Mr. Heim?
If they don't forthcoming, we're going to go ahead and get our report, and it'll be made public the first meeting in June,
Okay.
with or without their cooperation. We hopefully will have with their cooperation, but if not, it is our intention to go forward.
Okay. All right, thank you. And then number 2, I had several calls, and Mr. Crosby, you and I spoke about this also, but something that's important to me, our Mulvey's Pond is now red. So could you give us a little explanation about what's happened and what's going on there?
Yes, because of the construction that's going on south of 10th Street. These individuals, several weeks ago, I was asked to sign a letter for FEMA for them because of the drainage problems and that they thought they have resolved. I had a problem with their drainage plans and the problems and the amount of mud and dirt they're putting into our pond and into our city. I've addressed this and met with them, the contractors. I did not get truly a satisfactory answer and have still refused to sign the letter. And it's my understanding that the developer now and the owners desire to meet with me and try to work something out. I'll just have to wait until they meet with me, and then I'll give you a response to what's resolved at that time, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm concerned about the amount of silt that went in the pond, the stain, the color of the water, whether it will return and what they can do to help us if it doesn't. And then also just, I mean, that's a great source of pleasure for a lot of people. And I mean, I think it affect the fish, et cetera. So that's, I mean,
Well, the sediment will be there for some time. You know, just to be honest with you, it'll take time for that. It will eventually settle. But of course it does, we did dredge that pond at one time, if you recall. And the amount of sediment, I can't tell you how much they put into it, but it's considerable. And it'll take a little time for that to be resolved. And this is a major problem. In fact, in talking to those people, they showed me the barriers they put up to stop the mud coming in and said, what you're seeing now is this really fine dissolved silt is going in there now that's making it red. And I said, well, that's mud. Whatever you call it, anything you want. It's still really red that's going in there, and it's just making our problem worse. It's exacerbating the problem. And I'm concerned over their plan to seed the area, half of their parking lot. Seeding in Oklahoma, especially in the summertime, has not been real successful. So that would continue to run off into our area until that area is even developed, which is sometime in the far future or maybe near future. So there's a lot of concerns we have in regards to that work that's going on over there.
well, I'm concerned, and several other people. I mean, just every time that it rains, it's going to restain that pond. So we'll leave it at that. And then I want to congratulate the graduates this evening. Mr. Russell, that's where he was this evening. He is gone with a daughter graduating. And then just, I want to say again, a thank you to the police. And it's my understanding that the firemen, hopefully, I guess we will be presenting next time a contract from them.
Yes, sir. It's all agreed upon, and we just lack signatures, and then we'll probably sign it sometime this week or first of next week, and it'll be on the next agenda.
I just wanted to commend both departments. I appreciate their hard work in working with the new city manager and reaching those budgets. And then finally, just again, thank you all, staff, and look forward to working with and just to hear that we have a budget that's balanced, that we have the funds to move forward, that we are past the layoff part of any issue that we had, that we are maintaining the status quo, and that we are also looking now to start replacing some of the people that have left or were laid off for some reason or another. Is that right?
We have 3 positions, sir, that we talked about. City treasurer was the one we're going to have to fill. We talked about the person that's head of the park maintenance program, which we will fill that position, and probably our safety civil defense individual that we'll look at.
So we'd be looking to fill those in the next year?
Probably in the next few months, hopefully, but we'll just see how it goes on advertisement, qualifications, and how many people actually apply.
Okay, as far as revenues are fine. Could you provide a report?
We will make it to the end of the year. We've already started rebuilding our reserves a little bit, not as much as, of course, anybody would like, but we are building our reserves. We're going to make it through this year okay, and we'll start rebuilding those next year, sir.
Okay. And payroll's fine. We have money to make the payroll. We didn't borrow any money while we went through this financial dilemma.
I have not borrowed 1 penny, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? With no other business before the council, we stand adjourned.